I was like, take off, take off, take off all your clothes, take off, take off, take off all your clothes, take off, take off. Money is the reason we exist. Kiss, kiss. I love this as a like base, which is because it's fix and go, it's the Rimmel setting spray. I haven't been fortunate my whole life to, you know, try all the makeup stuff, all the makeup products in the world, but this one has been really good. I'm actually making vegetable soup. I moved my studio and my backdrop into my kitchen, so if you're hearing like noises, that's your girl making some vegetable soup. Now, I have been missing. You guys already saw by today's title, we're gonna get into a cute little drugstore makeup look, and I mixed these two smudge foundations already on my face, and I'm gonna add more because it's very, very low coverage, just to give you guys a little bit of a feel on these, how they work, but you can already see how they work. But anyway, this is a caramel and this is a caramel fudge. This is a very, very, very light foundation, and this is a little bit darker to my usual natural, but what it does is it actually like absorbs to the skin, and then I don't know, it dissipates, but it also like almost like blends in with your like face, you know? I don't know what I mean, but I'm so proud of myself. Like, if any of you know, like, I'm like an introverted extrovert, like, I don't know if that like makes sense, but I can stay in the house forever and ever. You guys already know the tea with like me and like friends and stuff. I have friends, but it's like I'm not the chill type. I like want to work, I want to get things done. I don't want to spend too much time, you know, living life and then wake up and then I'm like, what did I do with my time? Now, granted, like, for everybody, it's a different vibe. So if you like give yourself that chill time, definitely do so. Like, don't be me, but I just have the weirdest anxiety around that. And we'll get into it as I come on here and talk more to you guys. Let me just blend in my neck quickly.
Yeah, just blend it all, just so it sort of blends into the body. Because I hate when it's just like the face is one color and then your body's just completely not.
I cannot even talk to you if your neck's not blended. I'm not even listening to you. But yeah, I felt so proud of myself. I actually went on a hike and it was so good. I might upload the footage of the hike because I took videos of the hike. So I'm gonna go in with the caramel fudge and just added to my highlighted areas. Like, this is how I cheat contour and highlight by adding a lighter foundation and working with a darker foundation. Let my mama tell it, I ain't living life. We're gonna blend that in. Some things, but I wanted to come here and talk about my freaking week. You ever had that period that just is a silent sneaker? Like, I was supposed to get my period tomorrow, which is the 15th, and probably when you're gonna see this video, it's probably gonna be Monday, because I always try to record a week in advance. I have other videos, but I feel like last week I missed out on uploading that video. You know, when you like feel so just not yourself, so you don't want to present something that's like inauthentic, even though it happened like in a real moment that is you. It's just like you don't want to like put it out into the world, let the world know like you're okay, but you're really not. And I've actually been like not a victim, I've been a culprit of that. Like, I would post and like just make people think that I'm fine when I'm really not. Like, I really struggle when it comes to anxiety, and this period has been so bad that I'm actually getting panic attacks. I don't know if you can relate. If you do, please comment down below, because I'm here for you. I'm genuinely here for you, and I want you to be there for me too. You know, like, we gotta stick together in this mentally draining world. It's like, I'm on that day where you can actually talk about how bad your period was. I'm there now. Like, I'm like, hey, it's me again. Like, I'm feeling myself. Where, like, 4 days ago, or this past 4 days, I've just not been myself. So let me tell you why was this literally the worst period for me in period history. Period. It started out with irritation. Like I was the devil. Like that type of irritation. And I'm not even exaggerating. It's because I'm a very mellow person. Like, I thrive on, even if you treat me like crap, I'm gonna treat you like the pretty princess that I am, you know? And obviously I haven't always grown like this. It's something that I've kind of trained myself, because I didn't always live by the good and righteous spirit that I want to live by now. And now it's like getting these types of period and hormonal fluctuations. It's like, what? So I'm pretty a chill person. Like, if you ever heard about divas on their periods, I'm not one of them. And they always talk about these kind of girls that, you know, go on their period and just become devils for no good reason. So I literally was a devil. Like, it's just so annoying. And it literally happened like 5 days prior to me actually getting a period. So, like I said, my period, when the day started that I became irritated, was 2 weeks in advance from my freaking period. So in my head, I didn't connect the two, because my period is so far out. Usually I get like hormonal imbalances or cramps a week before, not like 2 weeks. Sometimes the cramps will come 2 weeks before. And sometimes when nothing comes and I know my period, like the actual on my period, then the cramps are just gonna be like Godzilla. Actually, Godzilla is not that bad, because she was pretty protective over her 200 eggs that she was laying. It was y'all. It was the humans. It was the humans that just got up under her skin. She didn't want to hurt people. She was just protective, and she was big. Like, she didn't know how to fit into a society that, I don't know where I'm going with this. She was a monster, but she wasn't a monster. That's really how I felt on my period. Like, rub me up the wrong way and I'll sink 3 ships. Like, that's how I felt, honestly. And I was a white dress, wearing a white dress. Yeah, I'm low-key listening to Lana Del Rey while I'm cooking the soup. Oh, this is gonna be some good soup. I feel like my soup is gonna be like right up there with my mom. I feel like. But on with the freaking period. The cramps. I like, it was so bad that, and I think it's partly because it's winter. Out in South Africa, it's winter. So I partly feel like the combination of like the cold with like periods was just it for my cramps. It was just on the next level. My period was just like, suck it. I'm here. I don't know what these fingers are all about, but I just feel so happy to be alive again, you know? I really, cause like I've been literally in bed, like on my feet, trying as best I can this past like 4 days, just to try and be myself, but I couldn't be myself because of my period. Regardless, we're back, we're here, and I don't even know why I'm doing makeup, because we have an eye. If my period wasn't the worst thing that could possibly happen, my eye. Like, I'm like, I couldn't like, I still don't think I'm good to do makeup, because like that is just raw over there. So I think I'm just gonna go with a very like a light touch of makeup right there. Like, I haven't even done, like, you can see I literally have been out of order for the past week, because I usually tweeze my eyebrows like twice a week. And child, this has just been one of those periods where you're just like, can I get out of here alive, please? Like, can I just get out of here alive? Yeah. We're just out here alive. We're just so alive today. I feel like I came out in the daytime, not in the nighttime. Let's just do these brows real quick. You guys have seen me do my brows a million times. However, I am gonna do like a whole back to basics in August. So from the first week of August, we're just gonna do like back to basics because I have an older following on on Facebook. And they really would like to get into like the makeup thing, so I'm just like gonna go back to like where you apply makeup with your hands and with your hands and with your fingers, and like 1 or 2 brushes that you could use, and like what you can do with your beauty blender if you have one, and you know the haves and the have-nots of makeup. Let me go check on my sip again and I'll be right back. Comment down below if you're like one of comment down below if you're one of those people that still has to text or call your mom to ask how to make certain dishes, like certain types of foods. I would like to know, because I'm like I had to call my mom today to ask her like, girl, how do you make soup? That damn man child. Oh, here it is. My eye actually started a while ago. Like I still came to upload makeup videos before my eye started. I think my eye started a while ago. But the thing is, this is done. That's what it is. Ooh. Don't you just love when you just have a little bit of extra concealer, like extra from your favorite concealer left? That gives me life right there. But so what happened with my eye was, to get down to it and to maybe tell you guys about it as well, like if you experience this as well maybe. The thing is, there was this lady that did my makeup. She did a very trash job at it. I didn't need to disclose that, but it was just like, girl, you don't even know my shade, and I didn't want to tell you. And if you're watching this makeup channel, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It was just that bad. So she was like, yeah, that was she was like. She was quiet. I'm kidding. I just messed up my eyebrow. Thank you very much. You see, when you hate on other people or when you talk about other people that just didn't do a good enough job, that's when you don't do a good enough job. Have you ever seen these on competitions as well? Like, people that talk the most trash, go home. Like on any competition. People that just hype themselves up so much. They're like the first to go home. I don't like this eyebrow very much. Seriously. Like, have you seen this bad brow? Shit. It's not giving main character energy. It's just not. This lady was like, she was busy with my foundation, and she was like, don't put foundations with SPF like on your eye. And I've literally been doing that for such a long time that I never had a problem with doing it, but the way she said it, there was so much conviction in her voice that I just was like, okay, like, she's a makeup professional, which is funny because she didn't even know like how to perfectly match my skin tone, but she like knew what she was doing and like what she was talking about, and she was like seasoned, and you know, a seasoned queen always knows like just a little bit more about makeup than you do, especially if you haven't like studied makeup at all. So she was one of these like seasoned makeup artists, and you know, they have something to say. And so I immediately stopped applying foundation with SPF on my lids, and it totally dried my lids out. Like, it totally dried it out. Now, you know how the enemy comes in and like tries to give you several different reasons of like why it's happening, like, oh, you got eczema now, and then like show you people in your family that have eczema and like how you got it now, like it's hereditary. or not hereditary, couldn't be congenital. I don't even know what it is anymore, but that thing where it can be passed on from like family member. And my dad also had like a recent breakout of eczema, and I was just like, oh boy. I don't know, comment down below if you and one of your family members, either one of your parents, have this like thing where you're just like almost joined at the hip, so it's like something's wrong with you, then something's wrong with the other person as well, like either a month or two later or a week or two later. Now me and my dad were like this, and it's kind of freaking, it's not the best thing. I'm gonna go ahead and set my eyes. I actually wanted to use that concealer. I can still use that concealer. I'm gonna use this little palette that has just been through the most. She's the queen that just went through the most. Like, a lot of chunks just fell out. I'm pretty sad by it. So I'm just gonna grab a little fluffy brush just to pack that color on my lid. Do I have another one? No. So I'm gonna pick up this color, but I'm mainly just gonna play around with these colors, like very light, very brown, very light, very brown. But that one, I'm just gonna use it to like pack my eyebrows first. But yeah, so I stopped applying SPF, even the lotions with SPF. Like, she was like, no, that's what she was like. She didn't say any. She said the foundations and the moisturizers with SPF. Hence why my freaking lid dried up. So my lid is on the dry Sahara Desert side, and it's just been really bad because it affected me so much so that when I cried the other night, like, I really bawled. Like, I cried, like, you know, one of those cries where you just like, you don't know what the hell's going on, and you cry so much because of all the built up anxiety and tension and just like everything that's on your shoulders. So you belt out, and then you're just like laugh at yourself because you sound ridiculous in a house that's empty and it's just you, and you're crying to the gods, and it's almost like God's not laughing at you a little bit, but he's sympathizing, but he's also telling you like, girl, really? Like, you're crying right now? But then also your emotions are like all over the place because you're on your period, and it's just too much. So this week has literally been like that. And then because of me crying myself to sleep, my eye, I woke up and my eye was swollen. It was swollen that it literally took 3 days to calm this bad boy down. And here I am trying to record a video for you guys because I'm just like, actually I'm recording for myself. I just love recording so much that I'll still be here like for a very long time. I'm just that much of an entertaining kid that it's just hard for me to not want to sit in front of the camera and look cute. It's enough to make you feel like you're crazy, crazy, crazy. I don't think I want to use this. It's old. She needs to be thrown away into the trash. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine my warm honey.
You taste like warm honey.
And creamy beige, the one that I use to conceal my eyebrows. I am going to put the warm honey. Do you guys like Willow? I have a reaction channel, so go subscribe to there. Willow is my ride or die. Like, some of her newer music I haven't been listening to, but some of her older songs, like, yep, vibes. And then obviously her brother Jaden as well. Like, you know the gigs, girl. You gotta know it. You gotta know it. So I'm gonna do this. Blend it out, and then add the other concealer on top of that. Yeah, so that's pretty much been my week, other than not going mentally insane with freaking Eskom. So we have this thing where it's like load shedding, and to every South African that's out there, I feel for you, I'm here for you, I pray for you, because this is not, it's not it, sweetie. It's just not it. And I don't know what is. I don't know the solution. I do know the solution, and you know what? I'm tempted, or not I'm tempted. I really wanna do a lot of political videos as well, just for the simple fact of we need to start educating ourselves, and if it doesn't stick with us, it has to stick with the next generation, because the next generation is literally already, their minds already teach your kids to live an internet-based life. Like, I saw a video of a cutie pie unboxing a freaking Converse video, and I'm just like, it still can't be high demand for all the rich people and still low quality of life for the poor people, because that's just how the world works. And you see, that's where my mind is at. Like, sometimes I want to be a pretty dumb person, and sometimes it's just, you can't just be dumb anymore. This is the type of stuff that you have to start facing, and sometimes facing it is just, it's just not that pretty. But we can't live in a world where our political leaders are doing what they're doing and we're just sitting back trying to make it come up on a YouTube video and you have anxiety and you're battling with not getting depressed again and you have panic attacks. Like earlier on, I had a panic attack trying to go to sleep. It's not pretty. So to the other people, I realized that I have a lot of American aneurysms. Is it aneurysms? Nuances? Why do I feel like an aneurysm is something in your brain? But I have a lot of American catchphrases, and it doesn't help with the fact that I speak double tongue with British and normal European accents or alphabetical accents, and so people usually try to come for me and I'm just like,
is there anything else that bothers you, like load shedding and minimum wage, other than my freaking life?
Hi. Because honestly, guys, we have too much pent-up aggression that it just comes across as really just focus on something else, you know, other than the way people sound, because if they're still able to communicate, then their work is done. Their teacher's work is done. Their parents' work is done. It's just you. You're literally just being better Betty right now. That's it. That's it. So yeah, what have you guys been up to? Like, what has your guys' week been like? Comment down below and let me know. Because this is like the first time this week that I am putting makeup on. Not even the weekend, girl. Like Saturday when I came home, I immediately, after the hike, immediately it was like, girl, your period. So sometimes when you exercise very hard, and obviously the hike was Devil's Peak, climb for your life, it can induce your period to come a week earlier. Yes, period, I'm talking to you. Than it's supposed to. But this freaking thing, it's called a period pack by Deep Heat. Shout out to Deep Heat. Oh, I need to come and talk about it because heaven must be missing an angel, missing one angel child that's here with me right now. This is a trick I learned with banana powder. Never put it in your cap because you're gonna have to throw it away, and if you're a beauty queen on a budget, you can't deserve to throw banana powder away. Okay? So I have my little brush that I just pat my banana powder on, but what I do is I really make sure that my concealer is like really blended out. Like really blended out. Under my eye. I don't go under my eye, like right there, too much, because I want to prevent creases. So right after I do that, make sure that you lift your powder already, like prior to your making sure that there's not enough creases, that there's no creases at all or creasing, and then you just bake under your eye. You set that concealer in place so that it doesn't move nowhere. Like the least could be up on this concealer and it still stays. It's not going anywhere. Yeah, you have to be physical with this concealer for it to move. But picking that up, making sure that the other side are blended to the gods. You can always go in with more concealer, because sometimes, especially with the concealer and the foundation, sometimes it doesn't sit well and so it starts to separate, but you can still get a good job out of it for like a couple of hours if you know how to work it. Let me work it. Put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. Basically. My boyfriend's back and he's cooler than ever. That's all I'm doing. I'm just smudging this out. Like right there. Like almost like to the outer part of this crease. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. So to everyone that's still learning how to do makeup, just remember, makeup is subjective. Like, it's not what anybody else is doing, it's what you do on your face, and it's a learning process. Nothing happens overnight. So you just gotta blend a little more to get that perfect, like, feel and look, or you don't, you know? But don't ever beat yourself up about it. Always have fun while taking a highlighter brush to add shadow underneath your lash. Like, see? Makeup faux pas. It's not your fault. You're just living life. That's all it is. If you guys want to hide those creases, you can always bring your shadow a little bit downward. I was like, take off, take off, take off all your clothes, take off, take off. Take off all your clothes, take off, take off, take off all your clothes. I lost for love. It keeps us alive, folks. It keeps us alive. You have never seen vegetable soup this good. On the first try, yes, Miss Thing. Yes, Miss Thing. Yes, sir. Tasting. I'm literally so excited. This is a win. This is a freaking win! Ah! And that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little get ready with me. I killed the soup. I nailed the soup. I love the soup. This is gonna be my diet from now on because I am just one of those people that sometimes I forget to eat, but I do eat, and then it's peanut butter and bread instead of like a full cooked meal. Get what I'm saying? Thank you so much for joining us today. If you like this video, leave a like, comment down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's really gonna help me a lot. And then follow me on all my other social media channels if you guys want. Other social media if you guys want to. Well, I love you.